When I said Map 4 was Speed of Doom's hook, I didn't mean that because it was good, which it is. I meant that because this map will do everything it can to shake you off of the wad. It is uncompromising, unfriendly, and just overall an unkind experience to play. Sedgemeyer was where you decided if you like Speed of Doom. Cliffside Siege is where you decide if you're good enough for it. Music is Warsword by James Paddock. Hot start, grab this shotgun, chop this group of zombies down. You'll want to wait before you pick up the Berserk so that you don't waste any of it. This map doesn't give you over 100 health besides 20 health bonuses. Same reasoning goes for the armor, just grab it on the return trip. At this point you should already be acquainted with what's showing you, including a bunch of imps on the central cliff, a revenant guarding the super shotgun, 2 chain gunners who should be your first targets, and a turreted spider mastermind that can see you from anywhere on the map that isn't barricaded. That revenant can go after you kill the chain gunners. Hopefully you can get around him to get to the super shotgun first. Otherwise you have to punch him to death, and on this cliff it's not fun at all. This map is just so full of meat. By now you should be seeing the 4 lost souls that rise out of the nukage in the center. There's a singular baron in this doorway who only exists to waste your time, and he will do a damn good job at it since you only have the super shotgun. Behind him is another Hell Knight just to waste more of your time, followed by 2 more across this aqueduct who will likely be infighting with a pair of cacodemons in front of them. Don't rush them because you will get perforated by 5 chain gunners cheekily sitting in this back corner just out of range of decency. It's just plutonium difficulty. When you know where they are, they're not a problem, but they will likely shred you if you don't the first time around. All the while you have borderline no defense to them due to your 100 health and green armor at best. It's not amusing. Now your first objective is this switch over here behind these 2 revenants to open up another switch that will lead you to the Mastermind's compound. That switch also releases 2 revenants that will immediately replace the ones you just killed. After that, you can collect what will likely be the largest bundle of health you'll pick up in the map outside of the Berserk, and get to make your way to the other side. But not before triggering 6 cacodemons and 6 lost souls to spawn where you started. If you stay in the building you're in, this fight is toothless, and the most threatening thing you have to worry about are the cacodemons dying in front of your vantage points and their fat asses blocking your view of oncoming threats. Honestly, there's just too much in this fight. I get the point, and have already passed the skill check at about 3 of each monster. This fight is just stacked too much to be interesting. If you can kill 3 cacodemons from here, then you can kill 6. Stacking them up this much is just repetitive. Even if the Lost Souls do mix it up. Once that's over, just make a mad dash to the door, blast through this cacodemon, and work your way into this back corner so that you have a good place to keep all these shotgunners in view while you take them out. What's happening right now is that there are 9 shotgunners and 2 Hell Knights teleporting in outside, making the entire wing a no-fly zone. The best strategy I have is to stay in here and pray that the Hell Knights don't walk in and waste your time, because that will allow for more shotgunners to creep in behind them. This whole section is luck. You're basically hoping that none of the hit scanners get too happy. Now you can head over to press this switch, which will open a teleporter where your lucky corner was, allowing you to telefrag the Mastermind. If you've made it here, you can handle the rest of this map. Hit this switch at an angle so that you don't get caught by this lowering floor. If you get stuck in there, your only way out is through 8 imps and 3 revenants in a really tight bit of platforming. Here, you have a much better view of the crowd, and can take out these mancubi in a position that will be pretty important later. Clean them up, drop down into the center island, and move carefully towards this switch because crossing this line brings up a pain elemental. He's not a problem unless he gets away from you, kind of like what's going to happen here. I also like to just rocket the imps that have been trying to pepper me from the back cliff face here. Usually because I'm pissed off at this point in the map and I want to see some powerful rocket launcher action. Now hitting this switch causes an archvile to spawn on the same level the mancubi are. If you killed them quick enough, then the combination of your placement and theirs will cause the vial to walk right by them, not resurrecting them. When you grab the yellow key, get this part of the island between you and the entrance. 6 chain gunners are teleporting in. 3 in front of the compound, 3 in front of the tunnel. If you try to take on both sides at the same time, you're dead. I used to jump down to the nukage and try to chain gun them from there, but it's a slow and less stable strategy than this. I'm gonna go down there anyway to kill these two specters for the max. They're only there if you fuck up and fall in. So now that I have the yellow key, the yellow door is all the way back in the back of the first building. Crossing through it will bring up a Mancubus in the front and a Pain Elemental in the back. It's an easy enough encounter to escape to focus the Pain Elemental down. Then the Mancubus is just putty in your hands. Have fun with however you want to bust him up. To get to the red key, you can jump down onto these cliff stairs where these imps were. Here's how you do this fight. And that's how you do this fight. Grabbing the red key will cause yet another wave of 8 Kaken units to spawn in, either from the entrance or the island. It's completely random. Somehow, without the lost souls, this fight is even easier than the first wave, both attributed to the lack of monster variety and the fact that you have a rocket launcher now. It just feels like the map is sucking air for ideas at this point. The red door will be barred up after you grab the key, so you'll want to go into this Nukage Fall instead to continue. Immediately dash to this corner and you'll be completely safe from all the specters. The wall behind you lowers when used, revealing the map's only secret: ammo, health, and a Mega Armor. This late in the map, you get a Mega Armor. There's like 5 enemies left and you're given a whole Mega Armor. Whatever. This switch will open the bars in the doorway so that you can go through the red door to the exit. Or you could just do this. I treated this fight really stupidly because I was trying to prove a point, but I don't care. That's it. This is a rude map. I'm definitely not going to call it bad, but you have no overhealth, no high DPS weaponry until after the Mastermind, no real room to fuck up and keep trucking along without guaranteed death. The map loses all its steam after you kill the first Archvile. Every time I play it, I just walk away feeling a bit miffed. I'm not too worried about it though, because 1, it's definitely not the worst map in the WoD, and 2, next up is quite possibly one of the best. Get over the hump, then you'll earn some quality Doom.